Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode. We're going to be reviewing issue 1 of DC's WildCATS, which actually stands for Wild Covert Action Team something now. They changed the name. So yeah, Grifter and a bunch of characters are back, and Fairchild shows up. And yeah, before we get dived into that, I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1, super cool cover. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel. Alright, let's go ahead and get dived into WildCATS #1. Now it says on here that it's a limited series, but you guys know if it sells well, it might turn into a full ongoing series, right? Um, now there's a couple things we got to cover first. I do want to let you know that we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for WildCATS #1, that's your warning. Next, we always got to shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right? So we have the writer on this is Matthew Rosenberg. The art is Steven Segovia. The colors are by Elmer Santos and letters by Farron Delgado. And we start with kind of a very short forward, or like kind of bringing us up to speed, kind of maybe like Deadpool style. I'll go ahead and read it so you guys can check it out. So it goes, millions of years ago, an alien race known as the Kaburum fled their dying planet. Their scientists desperately searched the galaxy for a new home. They found nothing, until finally a single suitable planet was discovered. But they weren't alone. A violent race known as Damonites already called it home. The war between both races lasted millennia. Eventually, the Karubim faced extinction, but a small and desperate group fled and found an isolated planet to hide on. It worked for a while. We jump straight into the future, and where Grifter says, and that brings us to here and now. And he's kind of fighting this guy, and this guy goes, what the hell are you talking about, man? And Grifter says, us, in a war that's been going on for a long time before our parents. It shaped human history without anyone knowing. But in a way, we've always known too. Good versus evil, angels versus demons, Karubim versus Damonite. The bad guy says, but why are you telling me all this? And Grifter says, look, I believe you didn't know you're working for the Damonites, but you are. He says, I am? And Grifter says, you're just following orders to not let your fancy lab fall into the wrong hands, right? It's much bigger than that. Guy says, it is? And Grifter says, if you set off that bomb, you're doing exactly what they want, getting them one step closer to enslaving the human race. And the bad guy says, you're full of beep. And in comes Zelot and kills him, pretty much. And they give an introduction to Zelot as well as Grifter, and then also show Death Blows on the team as well. So some little introductions to the three of the main members of the team, and we do see that Grifter finds the scientists that they were sent to get, right, and the scientist is testing on chimpanzee monkeys, and he kills one of the monkeys, and Grifter's like, I didn't tell you to kill the monkey. And the guy says, yes, well, I wanted to show you what I do. And so Grifter just, Grifter just ends the man. he's like, yep. And then on the screen, the boss guy, he says, please tell me you didn't just kill that dude, Cole. And Grifter says, that guy was torturing monkeys. get us out of here. And they say, you know, Marlowe's gonna be pissed. And then as we see, they kind of disappear and get teleported back to the secret hideout. In comes Nightwing and Batwoman to arrest everyone who's left. So that's kind of cool. They're throwing out the fact, like, yes, it's in the DC universe in continuity. And then we see, you know, there's still under construction. It says Halo Building in Star City, so they're kind of making themselves like a Fantastic Four tower in Star City. And this guy explains, you know, that they've moved from Gotham to here, and they're gonna continue to fight crime, basically. And that he's not happy at how Grifter keeps seeming to kill somebody, or Grifter or Zealot, and so he assigns Fairchild to them. And Zealot's not happy and says when Grifter finds out, he's definitely not going to be happy. And then it goes to this scene of Grifter in a bar. He ends up kind of snaking a different scientist's badge while he's there, but then lets out that he's who he is. And some people in the bar, some unsuitables, come up and pick a fight with him, and some action ensues here with a bar fight between Grifter and these guys. And he says, just read a little bit of his inner monologue here. He goes, damn, that guy's a tank on steroids. This might suck. Yep, definitely gonna suck. I let them make the first move for 2 reasons. People are sloppy when they start offensive rather than defensive, and it means that if I have to go after any of these other creeps later, they'll think they can get the drop on me. But that's enough fun for the night. As he shoots one of them in the leg, and the cops show up, and he ends up spending the night in the drunk tank. And then we see in the morning that Marlowe bailed him out for $30,000, and he's really upset. He goes, 30 grand getting you out. Not just getting you out, but getting any record that you were ever in erased, because you're a damn secret operative, Cole. And for what? So you can make friends with all the biker gangs and drug dealers at your local dive bar? And this is the thanks I get. And Grifter thinks, I wonder if I shot a cop right now, if they would let me have the same cell again. And so then he ends up showing that he's, you know, it's okay that I killed that that scientist, because I know where another scientist is, and I tracked him out at the bar I was at. That's why I was there. And so convinces Harlow into letting them go out on this other mission. He says, nah, it'll be a cakewalk. And then we get this other full page spread here. Super awesome. It is not a cakewalk. And and Grifter says, it's gone bad. Scientists are all dead. Maybe a good time to do your job and get this the hell out of here, Maxine. And then so Maxine can't get him out of here, so they end up asking Fairchild basically if she's powerful enough to get over there and take some of these guys out. So she pretty much is. She stands up and all the bullets bounce off her like she's Superman, and she runs over there and punches a bunch of the guys down. Unfortunately, that seems to have used a bunch of her power, because then she faints, and Grifter has to run over and catch her. And they're kind of trying to explain to Grifter that, you know, that's how Fairchild works. She's really powerful, but only for short bursts, and then that uses up like all her energy. Then Green Arrow shows up, and he starts chasing him, and they're like, "Oh, good, superhero's shown up." And they're, you know, trying to get away, and Grifter's like, should I engage? It's a member of the Justice League, not one of the scary ones, the Robin Hood one. Permission to take him out, and Harlow says, do not engage. And so they continue to try to find their way out, and they ask Fairchild again if she has any power left. If she can smash the floor underneath them, maybe they can escape that way. So she does, and they fall down in a couple of stories down where there's some people there. I'm not exactly sure, who they are. I don't recognize them, but Grifter's thinking here, he's like, whoa, I think I liked it more when we were being shot at. And so that's, obviously he's a little worried about all those people around him. So yeah, I don't know. We didn't. It would have been super awesome if they had a Jim Lee guest star on art on the first issue of his WildCATS coming over to DC. But I thought it was pretty fun. I know some of the characters, in fact, not if not all of the characters, have already shown up in other places. But this is the first time they brought the WildCATS title actually back and sort of reunited the team. And I think it was a pretty good idea too to bring Fairchild over from Gen 13. She can join the team. There's definitely some characters we haven't even seen introduced yet. If you guys remember him, we didn't see any of him. And yeah, I mean, there was a little scene with the girl that's like a half cyborg, and as you can see, they got Fairchild on the cover on the team now too. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited about it. I remember reading a bunch of the run when I was a kid, so these are like some old school characters. I think it's kind of cool that they brought them into DC. You know, I will say that I guess my review is a little bit tainted because of nostalgia. So they kind of did get me with the nostalgia. The art was good. Like I wasn't mad about the art. Like, oh man, they did disservice. But I definitely was a little bit punchier. And maybe, hey, this is the first issue, and they're still kind of getting their feet wet with these characters. I definitely love the front cover, the way the front cover vibe is, and the art inside is really good too. It's just could maybe use some more of that extra '90s grunge and detail and pouches and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much. All right, guys, I had fun with it. WildCATS #1 gets a thumbs up. Yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, remember, like, comment, subscribe. That'll enter you to win when we hit 600 subscribers. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day.